Alright, meteorologist Ian Davison, the Weather Pros, live weatherblogs.com. We're going to take a look at Hurricane Matthew, updated, what we could have occurring on the East Coast, and the effects we may feel, and where we sit with Matthew at this current time. Let me tell you one thing. The storm is 250 nautical miles, so it is a big storm. As it moves north of Cuba in that area and starts feeling the effect of the low pressure system coming in from the west, it will expand, trying to become an extratropical system. That would do a couple things. A lot more water on the coastline, winds and heavy rain, very likely to expand in size to 250, maybe 350 miles by that time it comes near the Carolinas. So there's a lot of things going on right now. The GFS has 0Z hasn't initialized yet. It's running behind. We're going to give you every other thing, and hopefully we have GFS by the end of this. If not, make sure you read Rob Carino's update tonight on the actual hurricane. Hurricane Matthew is a strong Category 4 hurricane. It is 16.9, 74.8, winds 145 miles an hour. That's up 5 miles an hour, moving north at 7. So there's no change of where it's moving. It's going through an eye wall replacement cycle. I bet I'm almost positive by the time it gets into about this area, we will see that eye wall replacement cycle complete. Here is your double Z hurricane runs. Now this is not a good look. We have a handful of them coming in here through South Carolina and then moving up through Virginia. And then you got another handful coming in or very close to the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Problem here, like I said, this is 250 to 350 miles. You're going to have the expansion all the way in. If it comes this close to the coastline, you're going to feel all the way up against the Appalachians. So that's the first thing. Let's talk Euro, because this is the European model. Here's our storm. Here's a high pressure ridge. This is what's been consistently showing up now, a stronger high pressure ridge. And this is one of the reasons we see why this is moving the way it is, because the low pressure is back here. It's giving us much good chance to make landfall or be very close to being a landfalling system by the time it gets that close to the coastline. It would then get picked up by the trough, pushed a little further to the east. I think it's a little too far east. I think it's going to be in the Cape. I hate to say it, based on the last couple runs, I'm almost have a very good feeling this thing will be on Cape Hatteras. So then we go to the Japan model. I don't buy a whole lot in the Japanese model, but we have to always look at every model that we get, and this is a little bit different. This gets it very close, and I mean very close, if not landfalling on West Palm Beach, Florida. High pressure, very strong still, trough still to the west, so a lot of the same things. This thing just becomes a lot closer to the coastline, and then stays closer to the coast as it gets mixed in phases with the low pressure. And then we have the Navy model, which is the most west model I've seen so far, where it does have a landfall in Florida. Then it comes up through the Carolinas inland as a hurricane, comes back through Virginia, and then off the coasts of Delaware. And this is the furthest west I've seen any model at this point. I'm not a big fan of this model, so if I was to rank this where I keep it, I keep the Euro and the GFS pretty tight. I also like the Canadian sometimes, and I do mix it in there with some of these other models, because especially the hurricane models. The hurricane models are very close together now. They have much more agreement, and it's been that way all day. And there's where the problem lies. When you have that much of a decisive come together, if this actually occurs, there can be major problems for the East Coast. And like I said, this thing's 250 nautical miles. It could expand easily 300 to 400 miles as it starts getting interference from the low pressure system to the west. That's the problem if it tries to transition. That as the wind field gets bigger, so does the storm. And that's a major issue. That would be a major issue for anybody along the coastline, and including Carolinas, Virginia, maybe as far north as Jersey. But anyone from Florida, North Carolina, really has to be watching out for this. Since the GFS wants to take its great old time tonight, we'll go to the 18Z. It's not, I don't think it's going to be much different from what the 0Z shows, especially with what other models have shown. The storm will come up near Florida. The high pressure will keep this close to the coastline, as seen here. This gets very close to South Carolina and makes landfall. We're very close to making landfall in North Carolina. Bottom line is we backed up to see the rainfall. Where's that rainfall located? All the way back to West Virginia. Central Pennsylvania up against the Appalachians because we get an easterly flow. So this storm could be doing some major issues come Saturday. And it's going to combine and head out to sea. But my point of the matter is, it's a westward more projection than it was before. So anybody along the coastline, please keep a good eye on this. If you're in Florida, up through North Carolina, start making preparations now, because I believe that those, maybe I'm not even Virginia to Florida, prepare now, because you don't want to rush at the end of the week when this thing may be coming really close to the coast. So start now. You can always wish for the best case scenario and it moves away, but the models have been pushing west and have been actually locking in on that idea for multiple runs. So please keep an eye on it. Stay with live weather blogs, the weather pros, and we'll keep you updated. Rob should have a blog out here soon. Have a good night. We'll talk again tomorrow, probably around in the afternoon. Meteorologist Dean Davison. Thanks for watching.